Hi, this is Dan from Paracord. Today I'm going to be making a round braid bracelet or necklace, but I'm going to be using a small side release buckle. And also I'm going to be asking you guys for ideas on how to finish it off. If you notice here, this is kind of big and bulky. And then this over here is fairly nice. So let's get started, and you can tell me possibly a better way to do this. Alright, so I have two contrasting colors here, so you can see it real well. I have pink and purple, and then I have a nice OD green 3/8 inch side release buckle, so it really doesn't go with it, but for the purposes of the video it's gonna have to. So we're gonna start out with one side of the buckle, and this will work with any size buckle, but what we're gonna do is we're gonna fold the one color, whatever color you want to start with, it really doesn't matter. We're gonna fold that in half, and we're going to run it through here, and it might be a smart idea to melt these ends off, just it's easy to run through these small spaces. Okay, and then you can do a couple of different things. I like to go ahead and run the other color through as well, just so you have a little bit more hanging on to the side release buckle. Alright, and this one we're going to go 50-50 as well. Okay, so we have our two pieces here. Alright, and then what you're going to do is you're just going to kind of alternate them. Alright, and you want to keep the same pattern as you're doing the round braid. Okay, so I take the front that's showing in the front, and once again I just crisscross these here, but the one in front, you want to take that to the right, and then the one on the right you want to take to the front, in front of the other color. Okay, and then I pull that tight. So right now the purple is going to be going front to back, and the pink is going to be going from left to right. Alright, so the front to the right, whoop, and pull it tight, and then the right to the front. Okay, and so that's kind of makes a good way to remember: front to the right, right to the front. Okay, so front to the right, right to the front, front to the right, right to the front. Okay, and you can make this just a short bracelet. I make some of these sometimes for the kids, just because, you know, it's a little bit smaller and not as bulky as the Cobra weave. Alright, so right goes in front of the other side, and then the front goes to the right. And you want to do this because if you start to switch it around, the braid won't look symmetric, and it just won't look as good. Okay, now I'm close to the end. I have maybe about 2 to 3 inches left, and then you want to you know, pull this out and make sure it's nice and straight and looks good. Alright, now here's where you have a few options. Okay, sometimes what I do is I take two of the pieces, really my last crossover, and then I cut those pretty close and then melt them together, and then I use this to go through the other side. On this one I actually put all four, I took all four and ran it through there, and that made it look even bulkier. So I'm gonna try, and this is actually where you melt your fingers a little bit when you have to heat this up. So I'm gonna cut this fairly short, just enough to push it back together. So maybe about a ½ inch or so, or less. Cut it off, and then I'm going to melt these two ends together. So there we go. You want to get it real melted. Alright, lick your fingers, ow, and then put it together. See, that's pretty scary there. Alright, so here's one of the issues. It doesn't look real pretty. I mean, you're not going to see it that much, but it is melted on there pretty good. Alright, so got that melted together. I guess you could maybe melt it a little more and just clean it up a little bit, or trim off some of the bigger melted ends. Alright. Okay, so there's that. Now I got the other end of the side release buckle, and you want to kind of look at how that one is. Do this one kind of the same way. So we're going to run our two pieces through there. Again, you might want to melt these ends, might help, and then run it down all the way to the piece that you just melted. Okay, and this will, when you fold it over, this will hide a little bit of the ugliness of what you just melted. Okay, and then I pick probably this spot right here. I use my forceps, and one thing that helps on tucking this stuff in is if you gut this a little bit, it's a little bit easier to run through there. Alright, so now I'm going to choose this loop right here. And I'm going to grab the ends of these two, and I'm going to pull them through. Alright, and then pull it as tight as I can. Again, I want to keep this on the end. Okay. Alright, I got that pulled through, and now that's on there. Okay, then I take this and cut it fairly close to the end here. Alright, and then get my lighter. One last little pull. Melt it real good. And then smash it down a little bit, make it nice and smooth. Alright, and that's in there. So again, if you guys have any better way of finishing that off, I have made a few other videos of you can put like heat shrink wrap around there and then shrink it up around it, and it kind of hides all of this. But I mean, this will do the trick, and you now have a buckle. And then this will usually be, if it's a necklace, this will usually be, you know, behind your neck. If you have long hair, it'll be under your hair, and so you really won't be able to see it. Or if it's a bracelet, it'll be on the inside of your wrist, and it won't be as visible. But I would like to come up with a better way to do that. So suggestions would be appreciated, but this was a request made, so I went ahead and made a video. So hope it helps.